All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of What's Poppin'. I'm your host, Joshua. With me, as always, is my co-host, Max Garcia. Max, would you like to introduce the special guest that we have today?
So, here we have Tim. And then we have Susan coming in from... Where do you go to college?
I go to college in Florida.
For some of the old-time listeners here, Susan and I were on a podcast last year, Under the Howl, for last year's Oscars. So kind of a little throwback here to the good old days. Since then, Susan, we've expanded our podcast to
revamped it.
Yeah, What's Poppin', Chit and Chat Overtime. So this is our entertainment podcast. We hope you enjoy your stay here.
Yes.
And today we're here to talk about the 92nd Annual Academy Awards, which happened last night. And before we get into it, what is everyone's initial reactions? Because it was a big one.
You can go.
I was pretty excited that Parasite won a couple of them, but then what happened afterwards kind of made me upset, and we'll get into that later.
Yeah, you were freaking out about Parasite getting Best Picture.
Yeah, I was.
Twitter's kind of having a meltdown on both sides right now.
Yeah, Twitter, half of Twitter's happy, half of Twitter's not.
Yeah.
You can never please everybody. I was pretty satisfied with this year's results. Last year I was not. But this year I feel like most of the movies I feel like were very well deserved.
Yeah, this year was a very good year for movies. A really good year in a while, actually.
I definitely think that most of these Best Picture nominees would be front runners in other years. I think a lot of them would beat Green Book last year.
If last year Joker came out, I think Joker would have a shot.
Joker and Black Panther in the same Best Picture race.
Oh yeah, I forgot
would
Black
have been
Panther.
wild for the comic book fans. Now, last year was the first Oscars without a host. There was a big deal about that. They also decided to go without a host for this year. Do you guys think that the telecast went smoothly again?
Oh, it wasn't bad. The Cats part was weird.
Yeah.
That's the only weird thing.
I thought that was hilarious. I was just saying right before that happened, I was like, oh, they haven't made any Cats jokes yet. And then
Yeah.
they walked out.
Honestly, that was the only weird part for me. And then there was this one skit that I didn't really find.
Was that the Maya Rudolph Kristen Wiig thing?
It just wasn't my thing. It just wasn't my type of comedy.
I think it went a little long.
Yeah, they dragged it on
Yeah.
so long. And when they started singing it and didn't stop.
Yeah.
I think Steve Martin and Chris Rock in the beginning, they did a
Oh, yeah, that was good.
I'd agree. What'd you think of all the musical performances? I kind of felt like it interrupted the flow of the show.
Oh, I
Especially
agree.
one of the performances.
You want to get into that, Tim?
I don't know why Eminem came, to be honest.
I looked that up. So he won Best Song in 2003, but did not perform, did not even come to the Oscars that year.
Oh.
And so he tweeted, thanks for having me, even though it took me 17 years to get here. So
It's actually pretty funny.
yeah, everyone was
cool.
confused, but they
Yeah.
should have, I feel gave him more of a warning, hey, this guy won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
Because
he's performing.
if you saw the audience's reactions, they're like, what's going on?
Yeah, the Billie Eilish's
Billie
reaction. That was
Yeah.
probably what summed it all up for me,
Yeah.
at least.
What did you think of Billie Eilish, her performance during the In Memoriam?
Oh, that was...
I think it was really good.
That was really
Yeah.
good. I really liked it.
I didn't know she's performing it, but she did a really good job.
Yeah.
You told me before, when I saw her in the audience, I was like, why is Billie here? And you go, she's performing. I go, oh.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be bad, but it was really good.
Yeah.
It made me really sad.
Yeah, all the tributes and everything.
They did, for the Golden Globes, I believe they contributed Cameron Boyce. I found it interesting. They opened with Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant won an Oscar a few years ago for a short film.
Oh, yeah.
So
I could see why they added him now.
Yeah. People were saying, why didn't they include, Gianna or the other
Yeah,
people?
but they didn't win.
Yeah, Kobe won the Oscars, so I see what they were doing
It's
there.
a movie or film, I should say,
Yeah.
orientated award show. So I think if they brought them up, it wouldn't be the right time.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, like you were saying, Susan, they forgot Cameron Boyce, they forgot Luke Perry, a couple other people.
Yeah.
So there was backlash, but you're not going to get everyone.
yeah, I'm not sure how much in the Academy you have to be, because I know most of those
Yeah.
people were probably in the Academy
Yeah.
members.
Nominated or got an award or...
Yeah, I can see that. Do we want to get into the awards?
Oh, boy.
Yes.
So we have our ballots here. And how many did you guys get right? There were 24 categories.
How many did
We'll
you get
start with
right?
Tim.
1.
Do you want to hold it up for the camera?
No.
He got original screenplay.
And
Round of applause here. It's very hard to get one right.
It's
Be
funny,
quiet,
it's funny
dude.
because I only watched 3 of these movies.
I got 10, or not even 10. I got 9.
9. You were so close to winning the prize at the Oscars party there. Off by 1.
I didn't even want the money. I just
You
wanted to
didn't want the
win.
money?
Just wanted to
you
win.
guys were
So
betting money.
close.
Why wasn't I part of this?
$20, yeah.
I would have won.
Yeah, I
And then these two.
I
Oh
got
my.
19 out of 24. Last year I got 18, and I was aiming for 20 plus. But yeah, the whole Parasite over 1917 curveball definitely threw me off. How many did you get, Susan?
I got 20 out of 24.
Just a slight flex.
What did I miss? I missed Best Picture, Animated Feature, Production Design, and Sound Editing.
Yeah, I can't believe animated feature was to Toy Story 4. Thought Klaus would win. Honestly.
I could have seen, honestly, any one of those animated feature films winning. I can see why they want to give it to Toy Story 4, even though I didn't think it was the best out of all the Toy Story movies.
The original is. Or actually,
Toy Story 3?
And Frozen 2 wasn't nominated. Any thoughts
Did you
on
see
that?
Frozen 2?
I did.
I didn't like it, did you?
I liked it.
I never watched it. Just
Yeah.
I'm not a
I think
Frozen
anything
guy.
Disney does is pretty good.
It is.
So
Any snubs here or like big surprise besides the big surprise of the
Oh,
we'll get into
okay.
it towards the end.
So, who I know original screenplay got me, with it being Parasite.
Parasite.
That got me very
What
like.
did you predict? Was that Knives Out?
Yeah,
Ryan Johnson.
I'm just a Knives
That's
Out
the only
guy.
one I got right.
I'm just
Hey,
a Knives
give
Out.
it up for Tim.
I just really like Knives Out. I really wasn't expecting it to win at all. I just really like the movie, but Parasite taking the win, I'm very happy with that. And
wait, you haven't seen Parasite yet, right?
No.
So once you do see it, you'll understand because
Yeah.
it's similar to Knives Out in the way it's surprising.
yeah.
Wait, I got
So-
3 right actually.
Dang,
I just did it
3?
Oh,
There we go.
oh, what was the other one that got me? I forgot which one it was. It will probably be brought up later, and I'll remember
later.
it. Yeah.
But yeah, I think when Parasite won original screenplay, I don't know if you felt this way, Tim, but I was like, there's a chance. There's a chance.
I was like, oh
And then
wait.
slowly
Yeah.
and slowly.
My thought was I didn't see him winning both foreign and best picture. If they didn't win best foreign film, I was like, they're definitely gonna get best picture.
Yeah.
But
They won both.
so
That's
I was unsure,
awesome.
but-
I was anticipating a Roma situation last year. You know, wins best foreign film. Cuarón won best director, but they were going to give best picture to some Oscar bait movie.
There were really quick. There were a few categories where I knew, one actor or one movie was gonna win. Like, I think actor in supporting role and actor in leading role are pretty easy.
Yeah, I
or-
feel like all the acting.
They were
kind of-
lost
Yeah.
based on like Golden Globes, Screen Actors
BAFTAs.
Guild, BAFTAs. Definitely. What do we think of the acting speeches?
Okay, so I'm gonna get into my favorite right away. Joaquin Phoenix's speech was definitely probably my favorite of the night. Honestly, one of my favorites because I don't know. I like that he was just so calm about it, so simple. And then I found it funny when the crowd would be clapping. He's like, no, I'm not done.
They did that like 3 times.
I know. It's like he's still acting.
Yeah.
It was like the only speech that got us to like be quiet and actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
night we would be talking during the speeches, but then we were all silent when Joaquin went up.
Yeah, you did very good command of the crowd. I'd
Yeah.
say.
My thought on it was it seemed like he was being very broad, but then he would get very like specific on things, and so I didn't know what he was trying to, like I didn't know what message he was trying to portray because he was saying so much, but then he was also saying like he was trying to narrow it down on things. So I feel like it was a little unorganized, but
I'd agree with that. You could tell it was sincere. You knew
Yeah.
what he was trying to say,
Yeah.
but I don't think it came out exactly how he wanted it to. I did
Yeah.
think his tribute to his late brother River Phoenix
Yeah,
was pretty touching.
That was very nice.
But yeah. What about Renee Zellweger's speech? I'm just not a fan of her. Like, give it to Saoirse. Come on.
Let me just say, I was just on my phone.
Yeah.
I was on
Yeah.
Twitter.
Checking Twitter.
I was on
All
Twitter.
the Joker memes just start popping up.
Yeah.
she also carried on for a while, and I wasn't
Mhm.
sure what she was trying to say.
Oh yeah, there were some speeches where I zoned out and then I zoned back and I'm like, oh whoa, what? I was like,
But they didn't. I do want to mention how they only really like played one person out, but by the time they played him out, they also had the camera way back.
Yeah.
And they were cutting to commercial already, so you didn't notice they were playing that person out. But then the actors and actresses came up, and Elton John and them, they came up and they talked for a very long time.
Yes.
And did not even attempt to play him out. And then, of course, Best Picture.
Did you see that they're turning off the lights?
They turned the lights off, and then everyone got them to turn the lights back on.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't even talking for as long as the actors and actresses were, so I thought that was...
So, when you brought up the Best Picture thing, and I just want to bring this up, when it came to Parasite winning a lot, us three were discussing this about people complaining on Twitter about how they weren't giving, like, these long speeches and stuff. I don't see a problem with that at all, because... they don't speak English.
Yeah, they don't speak
They
English.
need a translator, and that translator was probably stressed out up there.
Definitely.
I mean, I would be if I was a translator.
Imagine having to give a speech in a different language.
Yeah.
Like how stressful that would be.
I looked it up. She translates for like a lot of other things.
Okay, so she's like really well known.
she's pretty well known for
Oh.
translating.
Her name is Sharon Choi, and she's a director.
Oh, really?
And, apparently she wants to start making a movie about award season.
Ooh, that would be very
That's
interesting to
pretty
see.
entertaining. That's something to watch.
So
Josh, isn't your mom friends with her?
No, my mom's friends with one of his other translators.
Oh.
Yeah, but not that one.
So can we meet him?
I don't know how close they are. They might have lost touch. But we can have Bong Joon-ho on the show.
Dang.
That would be awesome.
That would be
I'd
phenomenal.
love that.
Yeah. Before we dive into the Best Picture and all that went down with that, what do we think about Best Director? Going to Bong Joon-ho. That's when I was like,
Oh, that
okay,
was...
this is a very real possibility.
So, when I saw that, I'm going to be completely honest. I thought it was either Todd Phillips or Sam Mendes. I really did think that. Just because they've been winning a lot more, been recognized a lot. I wasn't expecting it. It was a shock. I had him down for Best Director, and I won it. But it was hype. It was so hype when he won.
Definitely.
this is what I was thinking. So my friend was talking about how, like, Quentin Tarantino and stuff, like, and Sam Mendes and all them, like, is this the best movie they will ever direct? Is this their best piece of work? Like, some people don't agree that this movie is Quentin Tarantino's best work.
Yeah.
But there's a good possibility this might be Bong Joon-ho's best movie
I can see
he will
that.
ever make, you know?
Yeah, I agree with
So-
that.
I definitely think it's well-deserved.
Oh, I agree with that 100%.
The issue here, I guess it's not really an issue, but Quentin Tarantino hasn't won a directing Oscar. This was his 9th movie. He said he'd only make 10.
Oh.
So do you think he's guaranteed to win, like, his next movie? Because, like,
Okay.
they're just going to reward him for his career.
Depending on what movies
Deadpool
get
3.
nominated. Deadpool 3. No, but no, I think it depends on all the movies that come out.
Yeah.
If Parasite didn't come out this year, I think it would have went to him. That's how I view it.
It was definitely a stacked category. I mean, like,
A lot of
have
stacked.
these greats, and to have, like, a foreign filmmaker take that,
Yeah,
it's like
that's
a
awesome.
huge step forward.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even the highlight. The highlight was Best Picture. If we want,
I think
dive into
for Bong Joon-ho winning Best Director, that opens up a lot of foreign directors. They're
for
probably
sure.
yeah.
they're probably gonna step up.
We're going to be seeing a
Yeah.
lot of foreign films
Definitely,
now.
especially from South Korea, which was Parasite was the first South Korean movie to be nominated for anything.
You
in
know,
the Oscars.
when the first South Korean movie I watched was Train to Busan. And
It's a good movie.
it was really good. And now that I look at it even more, I hope we see more international films coming in and winning awards like Parasite has been winning.
Should we mention Greta Gerwig?
I love Greta
getting
Gerwig so much.
the
She
director.
deserved it over Todd Phillips. That's
I
my
was-
truth.
I was in between for the adapted screenplay. I had a feeling that she might have gotten it because, like, the Academy's way of making up for her not getting the director nom.
Mhm.
But I'm also very happy for,
Taika Waititi.
yeah.
Oh,
Well deserved there.
that was awesome to see.
Yeah.
That was good. He'll be around for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll see.
He is I think he said it. The Thor 4 script is almost done. I think so that
Okay.
he's writing
Love
that.
and Thunder, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that. He's got such a great style. But yeah, I just wish they gave it to Greta Gerwig. Also, Max, you were telling me this earlier. Not a good night for Netflix.
Oh
They had
yeah.
The Irishman. They had Marriage Story. One combined Oscar.
And they didn't win. No, they won 2 or only 1, right?
Laura Dern for Marriage Story.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow.
Oh, that's yikes.
Do you think that's because the Academy's like, you Netflix, get
Yeah,
away
probably.
from us?
It's yeah.
They like bleep something out when they were talking about
Really?
something about Netflix.
Really?
Really?
Interesting.
I didn't catch
We'll
that.
have to see what that is. But yeah, I still think there's like a prejudice against that. What did you think, Susan?
Yeah, I didn't think about Netflix like that, like individually. I know I wasn't a big fan of The Irishman, so just
It wasn't very long.
I don't think it would be my type.
Marriage Story I thought was good, but I think it was just the season.
Yeah. I think Netflix could have won with Klaus. I really thought they could have. But then Toy Story 4 comes
Story
in.
4. Disney just tends to like run away
It's
with those.
Disney. What do you expect?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Should we get into the main event?
The main event?
The main
Best
event?
picture. I'm just so happy.
Before we go into the best picture, something I liked about the Oscars this year was they changed foreign film to international.
Oh
I
yeah.
think that
Mhm.
that's like more respectful to international
Yeah.
I think
filmmakers.
so.
Yeah.
Because foreign implies it's different. It's not
Yeah.
like us.
Mm-hmm.
But America is a melting pot of all these different cultures. To
Mhm.
say international, it's more inclusive, and it's like this is from all over the place, but it's still part of what makes the Oscars.
Yeah.
amazing.
It's still a part of what makes film.
Exactly.
Yeah, Bong Joon-ho also mentioned like that he's grateful that they changed the name.
Yeah, I think that was really cool.
Oh, I just want to say if I butcher his name, I'm very sorry. I am very.
I've already
That,
butchered it.
that's why I've been avoiding
Yeah.
saying his name. I don't want to butcher it. So Josh, you can kick us off
All
if
right.
you want to.
Best Picture. Let's just go over the nominees one more time. We have 1917, Ford vs. Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasites.
So out of all of these, I think if I were to eliminate a few from here, just these all deserve this, I'll say. But just in competition wise, I think like Marriage Story, I don't think would compete against Joker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just the level of how well it did, and just you know what I mean. And then I also think like Little Woman. I know you like it
I
a
know,
lot.
it's not Best Picture material.
I know, and then like The Irishman as well. I like those three. I could see why they could have
Yeah.
they lost. And then Ford versus Ferrari. I don't really know. That just I don't know.
I think it had some good.
Yeah,
It did win Best Film Editing, Sound.
that was a
Sound
surprise.
mixing, yeah.
It's a really good movie.
It was like a good movie to just like.
It was a dad
see.
film,
Yeah.
though.
Yes. Like, you're going to be watching this every Father's Day for the next couple days.
Every Sunday night.
Sunday night. All right, son.
But then
Ferrari time.
then you get into the big ones. You get 1917, Joker, Parasite, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Those are like the big four.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, this is a race between those four. And I honestly thought 1917 would take it. Even though I haven't seen it, but what I've heard, I think I would like it. But I thought the Academy would just like it way more than
They
these.
love their war movies
Yeah.
so much. Like Saving Private Ryan, Hacksaw Ridge.
And then Joker, it's a comic book movie. We all know the luck with
Yeah,
comic
there's
book
a stigma
movies.
against that still. The whole Martin Scorsese cinema theme park debate.
And then we got Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's just got a ton of praise.
It really has. They love Tarantino, but
Yeah.
a lot of people thought it was really boring.
Really?
Yeah.
They did.
I would like to say that I think it came out in the summer, so I think it might have lost its
Oh,
hype.
yeah.
If it came out close to award season, I think
Oh,
it-
that's a
it
good
might
point.
have
Yeah,
had a
because like
chance
the
to do
momentum
better.
kind of peaked in like October, November.
And
Yeah.
then all these other movies started coming out, and
Yeah.
people are like,
And then
And Parasite.
then Parasite comes in.
Yes.
That was a shocker. That
I want to say it's shocking just because it was a very modern movie.
yeah.
Like, their phones and like the house it was very modern
Yeah.
and contemporary versus a lot of these other movies like I
Oh,
feel
that's a good reason.
the Oscars are huge into period pieces like Ford versus Ferrari, The Irishman, 1917, all these Little Women, all these movies.
Like just looking at it, Little
Once Upon a Time,
Woman,
they all took place in a different.
In the past.
Different-
yeah.
like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Joker took place in the
And
70s.
Jojo Rabbit was also in
It was
that.
during World War II, and
That's
then
the only modern one. So
Yeah.
that shows the progress that we're trying to make here.
that's awesome. Now that you mention it, that's
That's a
awesome.
really good point. And yeah, I'm just happy that what it represents. Like, on top of just being a phenomenal movie, what it represents for the future of film as a whole. And
Yeah.
where the industry is going. I think this opens so many doors, like you said, Tim, for so many people.
It's a new era for film.
Definitely.
And that's what I love about it. Just winning it. It shows what film is gonna become. And this now, like in 20 years, film is gonna go back to like 2019 and stuff like this time era.
That's
Yeah.
a weird thought to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought it was interesting just because like most movies that like even like modern day movies, like avoiding the use of like cell phones because like cell phones come out every year.
Yeah.
It makes it less ability to like stand up to time.
And you wanna know
Yeah.
what else it makes? It makes it feel really real.
Mhm.
It really does.
Yeah. So there's a lot of relatable scenes in that
Yeah.
when they're talking
Yeah.
about Wi-Fi,
Uh-huh.
and trying to connect to it, and
Yeah, this movie will definitely stick around for decades. I'm sure people
Yeah.
will be analyzing this in like film school and stuff like that. Now, as we wrap up the podcast here, just want to look forward to the 2021 Oscars. Are there any movies that you're looking forward to? I know Max is looking forward to one.
So obviously, Spider-Man 3. It's won Best Picture 93 seasons in a row. So
Yeah.
there's really no competition coming
It's
up.
the front runner. Place your money on it.
It's just guys, just bet
Bet
on
the
Spider-Man
house.
3.
Yeah.
Just bet the house. Bet all your life savings. It's Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
yeah.
Best Actor. Spider-Man
Yeah.
Best
Tom
Actress.
Holland.
Tobey Maguire is gonna come back.
Tobey Maguire.
They're all gonna come back.
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing. I'm very excited to see.
Now,
it.
Spider-Man 3 versus Sonic.
Oh yeah, Sonic.
What's gonna win? What's your call?
Yeah, I was surprised you didn't say
Yeah.
Sonic.
Yeah.
I was like,
He's
he's
wearing
wearing
the
the shirt.
I'm wearing the shirt. But no, I'm excited for Sonic. Tune in for that podcast. I'm gonna have a story to
Animated
tell.
film. Yes.
Best
Best
visual
animated
effects.
film.
Best visual effects. Speed me up for best song.
Susan, anything you're looking forward to this year?
Well, they even mentioned it at the Oscars. Lin-Manuel Miranda, Anthony Ramos.
Oh, yeah.
In the
In
Heights.
the Heights, yes.
I think that's already secured a couple nominations.
Oh, for sure.
Just by the trailer.
Mhm.
Other than that, I don't know much that's coming out. Sundance just happened.
Sundance.
I,
The Taylor Swift documentary?
of course.
Oh, Josh is
I love
ready.
Taylor Swift. Such a good
Um,
documentary.
Josh, what are you looking forward
I'm
to?
looking forward to Wes Anderson's The French Dispatch. It's going to be so good. Comes out July 24th. Set your calendars, set your timers. It's going to be great. I guarantee it's going to be somewhere on here.
And Tim's gonna be looking forward to Parasite 2.
Parasite 2.
What are your thoughts that America might remake that?
Whoa, whoa.
We'll see.
They're,
We'll see.
We'll see. They might.
this
They
is
might.
this is new to me.
I really
No,
hope
they,
they don't.
they mentioned something about it with like Netflix too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
I
like
mean,
that.
I don't vibe with it.
If it doesn't end up doing good, more to Parasite.
That's more like
Exactly.
that's more open to Parasite.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Max, Tim, Susan, thank you so much for coming on to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you,
And
guys.
it's been a blast.
Thank you for watching, guys. Make sure to follow What's Poppin' on Twitter and follow us on Instagram at What's Poppin' the Hell Network or THN. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's one click away. Like the video, comment. Basically what all the other
Yeah.
YouTubers do. I'm doing it now. But thank you, everyone.